Hi. A few days back, I met a friend of mine, and we were having our usual conversation when he started talking about NLP. And he said, "Listen, I may have done my courses 2 months back on NLP practitioner, but really now I'm struggling to get started with NLP. I don't know how do I start with NLP." So we had our conversation, and then he felt satisfied. And today I'm going to share with you the kind of conversation we had and how do you get started with NLP. So, if you want to enhance or deepen your learning, and if you really want to bring in change within yourself, it is said that you need to do a lot of work in your head, in your brain. It's called the mental exercises. And something Albert Einstein used to call it the thought experiments. So in NLP, you do a lot of these thought experiments, a lot of these mental exercises. And the brain is your playground. Brain is a place where you can experience things. Brain is a place where you can have different kinds of experiences, and yet you know what? You don't disturb anybody else. But you can do a lot of work in your brain. And let me share with you a couple of examples how certain things can be very fundamental to NLP. So let's see this way. Over a few, imagine that in the last 2 months, or you have been to an amusement park. If you have been to an amusement park, just try to recollect your experience of that amusement park. Now you have been in that roller coaster. It goes up and down, up and down. So now what you do is you stand in a position and you watch that roller coaster. In that roller coaster, you are sitting and you're seeing the roller coaster going up, you're going up, you're going down, you're going up, you're going down. And as you're going up and down, start experiencing how you're feeling. And come out of it. Now this time, what you do is, you step into the roller coaster, get into that seat, and you are there in the seat. Buckle yourself up, watch your surroundings, and you can see everybody smiling, everybody, very excited, and you start, the roller coaster starts. And as it goes up, you can hear the creaking sound of the roller coaster, and the people around you, your fellow passengers, are beginning to scream. And you can really feel them screaming, it's just hitting your head. And you too, you are also screaming, isn't it? And then as you're going up, you can feel that gush of air coming into your body and feeling it. And you can see, and you know what, when you go up and at the top, you can see the depth in which this roller coaster is going to dive in. And you're feeling very thrilled. So as it goes in, you are sensing what you were sensing, yeah, isn't it? Slowly come out of it. See how interesting is it is, isn't it? Your brain is able to give you two kinds of experiences over here. Yeah? And the brain has this mental structure. It can provide you with any kind of experience. In NLP, these two have very interesting terminologies. Interesting to note about these two experiences from NLP perspective. So when you were in the roller coaster going up and coming down and you're feeling very excited, you were actually in an associated state. And when you watched yourself going up and down and you were a little excited, not much, that's called the dissociated state. And discovering this associated state and this dissociated state, this is fundamental in NLP. And this is very interesting. Let's see the application of it. So if you really want to feel excited about life, excited about event, if you want to feel passionate, you want to feel, you want to feel involved in any way, get into that associated mode. Get into that associated mode. But however, if you want to take a pragmatic view of the events that's happening around you, you want to take an objective view of what's happening around you, get dissociated from the event. Watch it like a movie. Okay? So in this associated state, you were an actor in that movie. In a dissociated state, you are actually watching the movie. And this is the first fundamental aspect of application in NLP. Let me tell you another. Just recollect another pleasant experience you had over the last few months. And you're watching it, just try recollecting it, and it's in front of you, your mind's eye is seeing it actually, and there in front of you. Just begin to feel how you're feeling now. Now what you do is slowly get that picture closer, get that picture closer to your mind eye. Get it closer. And as it comes closer, you see the picture getting enlarged. You see the picture getting colored. You can start hearing sounds. And you begin to feel really good. So as it comes clear, it's becoming very colorful, very sharp, very clean, and very vivid, isn't it? And then what you do is send it away. Slowly send it away. Make it go farther, till it becomes really small and that you can't see it. It's going further, and it's become very small. From your mind's eye, it has become very small. Now sense how you're feeling. Come back to the original position and then step out. So your ability to actually, can you sense your ability to actually bring an experience closer to your eyes, closer to your mind eye, or send an experience away from your mind eye to a very far distance? It's all there with you. And this is also fundamental to NLP. Your ability to bring an experience closer or ability to send it further away. And that becomes very important. So imagine what you can do, to feel very resourceful, to feel very motivated. You can actually bring that experience closer to you. You want to get away from certain things? Send that particular experience, send that particular mental representation far away from you, far away from your mind's eye, and it's there. You're not even bothered there. When it goes far, it doesn't hurt you. You don't have any feelings for it. So these two are very fundamental. The first thing, getting associated and dissociated. The second is, if you're in your mind's eye, bringing an experience closer to you or sending it far away. Let me share with you the communication aspect of it. My experience tells, I've been interacting with lots of managers and I keep hearing people, even it happens at home also, Yeah, you tell your child, for example, at home, you tell your child, don't do this, don't do that. Even managers do the same thing. I told you not to do that. You should not be doing that. But this time you should not be doing less than 100%. Very interesting thing about the brain. Brain does not understand negative language. So once you say, do not worry, or you should not be doing this, the brain never does that. Brain will come back, okay, what do I not worry? So they start thinking about worries. Yeah. So brain, you remember this, brain does not process negative sentences. It only processes positive sentences. Okay? And that's very important to understand that. We have, as managers, as parents, as anything, we talk a lot of negative languages to the other people. You shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Brain doesn't understand this. You need to talk in positive language. Let's look at the third part of it, which is the programming part of it. You know what? Now you can actually give your brain a set of instructions to do whatever you want to do. Okay? How do you give a set of instructions? You should be very clear as to where you are and where you want to be. And then give the instructions according to that. And for example, you can say, let's try out. Why don't we do this? Okay? This will be wonderful. Let's experiment. So as you start giving instructions to your brain, as you start programming your brain for action, your brain will listen to it and it will go forward and it will commit yourself to that action. So friends, this is what I thought I'll just share with you on how to get started with NLP. And when you follow these simple things, you really get started with NLP and you feel comfortable and you can actually see the change coming in. So thank you so very much.